Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome in, Remy. No. We did not get snow. So I don't know where it went, but it didn't come here. That would have been nice though. I would have liked maybe some snow, right? Why isn't this coming on? There we go. Okay. Uh Here, look, like, is this showing the weather yet? No, that's an ad. Okay. Here, this is not a very good. Whoa. All right. Yeah, it is. So all the weather is like occurring like over here, right? East Coast stuff, they're totally getting blasted. All you can see all the blue like right here. And yeah. It's a lot there, right? So yeah, they're totally being that's Atlanta, that's Georgia. I wish we haven't had like I haven't right here. We haven't had any snow yet. None. Um, it would be nice. It's been a very dry winter. It's snowing north of here, up in the mountains, all that stuff, but not right here. So I wish some of this would come over here, just for for a nice winter storm. Oh, look at it. It's going like the storm's way up there. Uh, so Eastern PA, New York, Massachusetts, Connecticut, all totally being blasted with snow. Good morning, Panuch. Time for a Sophie treat. You around? Hi, Soph. Sophie, you're still covered in leaves. I can take it all. Yeah, I will. Because I want the snow here, right? But yeah, you can see like it's all rain. I don't really want the rain. I will take snow though. So all the snow that nobody wants, because all the snow up here, please send my way. I will be happy to take the snow from Georgia and the Northeast up here. And have I ever seen snow? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I used to. Well, I grew up in Pittsburgh, right? So up here, like I grew up in Pittsburgh. I lived about here in Massachusetts or in New Hampshire. I in Massachusetts, and I lived here in New York for a while. So I grew up in like this area, and then, yeah, then I've lived in like San Francisco. I lived in Colorado. I lived in Florida, and now I live near the desert. So we don't really get a lot of snow. So I've had experience with snow. Oh yeah, I love it. I like the cold. I like the snow. None of it bothers me. I learned to drive uh, in the snow on a hill. That's how my dad did it. He was like, "Here is your time to learn to drive in the snow." It when I still remember it because it was uh like a learner's permit, right? So I was maybe 15 trying to learn, and it was wintertime, and so he was just like, "You're gonna learn this." Parked a vehicle in the middle of the hill, and it was snowing, and he was just like, "You need to get moving." So yeah, driving stick. It was. Um, that was his vehicle was a standard at the time. But that's kind of how he learned to drive stick as well. He was like, his story was he worked at some automotive like mechanic place, right? Gas station mechanic place. And they taught him to drive a stick in their truck, like their tow truck, on a hill in Pittsburgh. So, which has like all kinds of like steep hills everywhere. So it's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm over here near the desert and there's no snow. So please send it this way. It got lost. I ordered it. It got lost. I mean, you know, what do you expect? I ordered the snow from Temu. So it just got a little lost. That's all. What's the biggest difference in driving stick in the snow? It's totally different. It also depends on your vehicle. If you have a rear wheel vehicle versus front wheel, that makes a difference. You also have to adjust for how you're braking. The clutch, giving yourself time. You're going to slide more, especially on the hills, right? Because it's just the nature of things. But yeah. So please send the snow. It got lost. I can't, you know. Rear is really tough. Yes. Front wheel drive is actually better in the snow. But if you if you're in front wheel and you are sliding, you want to turn into your turn. But if you're in rear, you want to turn opposite of your turn. Like if you're sliding one way, you want to be facing, like turning it the other way. Counter steer. Yes. So speaking of vehicles, yesterday I ended. All right, so we'll get to how I ended stream here in a little bit too. But I wanted to install inner fenders on my Jeep, right? And this is what like the inner fender is, if you're not really familiar with it, right? So it replaces your inner lining next to the engine and in the wheel well. All right. I get my Jeep into the middle. I go to I remove the front ones, like the old ones. And then I start to open the box. And get things laid out, right? Parts start coming out. This is great. Except it was missing the front passenger inner fender. I was like, how the hell do you miss a whole inner fender in a box? And I mean, it's kind of like this, not a DV8 one, but so they're in parts and they connect, right? That you can sort of see that. There we go. So they bolt together, like, right, rivet together. But the main piece of it was missing. So that's kind of like this one, like this whole piece was missing. And I was like, what the hell? So I had to go through the whole process of boxing it all back up. I was like, you know what? I'm just returning this. So I had to take it, get it returned. That was my fault. Because I ordered the inner fenders through Amazon, and most of the companies that sell them on Amazon are just kind of knockoff ones anyways, which is why they're a little less, like they cost less. But made the return. So then I ended up having to spend a little bit more at a regular automotive site and that does parts. and I just, I ordered them from there. Somewhere that's not going to ship without parts in it, because they check all their boxes. So that sucked. That was yesterday, right? So then I had to return that. And my whole day of installing inner fenders was gone. I was like, that kind of sucked. I was looking forward to it because I love working on the vehicle, right? And couldn't do it. It also had come right after I did, I raided out yesterday, and I apologize for the raid. I raided out to somebody that I quickly looked in on my list, right? And I saw they were online. So I was like, oh, I haven't raided them in a long, long time. And I was like, oh, this would be good because they're working on a game or whatever, right? So did that. However, they were showing an old rerun VOD and weren't actually live. So apologize for that raid yesterday. It could have been worse, yeah. But, I mean, it's not very good, So I'm not a big fan of reruns on Twitch, right? The idea for Twitch is you're live, you want to be interacting, you want to talk to people, right? That's why we're here. Not to show reruns. Healthy, welcome in. You seen worse. You rated someone that started advertising his channels in channels you follow. Yeah. It's a pain, right? I was like, oh, but I wanted to stick with a game dev, right? And so, yeah, it was bad. Anyways, I'm not a big fan of doing VODs, like rerun VODs on Twitch and showing that you're live, right? If you're doing that, send that stuff to YouTube or something. Yeah, at least I remembered to raid. You keep forgetting. Yeah. I try, I sort of have a group of software devs that I try to look for and raid out. Sometimes I raid into a gamer, but I generally try to keep to the same category. That's usually why most people are here. Although it varies. Sometimes I do look for gamers. So, and okay, dog, welcome in. How you doing this morning? Anyways, that was yesterday. Oh, and then last night we went out. We went for dinner to meet up with some members of the off-road group, and we went to someplace that was a nice little bar place, right? But it was a sports bar, so they were playing the football games, and we watched the end. Well, it would be fourth quarter and overtime of the Denver Broncos and the now I can't even remember who they played. The Bills. And the Bills. Oh yeah. Broncos and the Bills, right? Being where we are, Broncos are kind of the choice here. And it was complete orange in the bar. It was incredible. Like the game. All right, so it doesn't matter who. Let's just say it doesn't matter who's winning, right? A close game, back and forth, right? Lots going on. That's a good football game, right? That's what you want to see in playoffs. These are the top teams making it to where they need to be. And a close game down to the end, it makes for a good football game. It does. And I mean, like I said, I like both teams. Broncos are more of a fan here than and then others. Although I'm a Steeler fan, but they weren't even in. This chat message was typed yesterday and is recording. Good morning. Well, good morning from yesterday's futuristic message. I appreciate that. You have to root for the Falcons. You get two good teams. Yeah. Yep. And I didn't see who won last night from the 49ers versus the Seahawks. And then today's game is it? I can't remember is it the Bills? No, that was yesterday. Rams and somebody. Yeah, it might have been that. So we're slowly getting down. This will be first round of eliminations from yesterday and today, and then we'll have a new set for next week, and then we'll have out of next week we'll have the teams that are going to play in the Super Bowl. Texans versus Patriots are today. Nice. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, that was yesterday. And then we came home and we played more Hightail. We found the underground jungle with the dinos in it. So we're being careful and we're trying not to die. But it's cool stuff. All right. I think that's kind of it. We're just gonna drop over here. Let me close up this. Let me move to game screen. There we are. Oh, that closed the whole thing. Okay. Where are you? There you are. All right. So since I couldn't work on the inner fenders yesterday, right? I did spend a couple hours trying to get this to work. And here was my mistake from yesterday. Was it in here? No, wait. Player weapon. No, it wasn't in player weapon. It was in enemy. It was right here. The way I had essentially the XP being done, right? So the XP per enemy, the way I was doing it was making it gain XP every single frame. That was the problem. That's why it would just randomly go way high in XP as soon as the game started. So your levels were immediately starting. Now, it actually will give it to you when the enemy dies. So let's run it. As soon as OBS sees this, before I get killed by all the enemies. Oh, I moved some stuff around and now you can't see it. All right, hold on. Anyways, I'll show you here in a minute. All right. Where is the game here? There. Man, my nose is just like running this morning. It may not have snowed, but it's cold out this morning. No, you're going to. You're going to get up to 4 weapons at once. So you're going to have like 4 little arms out. and you can choose your weapons, right? So as you go through, so up here for testing, I have the level, right? So it shows it up here. So it says level 1. We went through, I forget how many enemies it was, but it now, I missed it. It should be 100 something, 104, right? Then, so now it successfully went to level 1. This counter here is for the enemies, and it will tell you how many are left on the screen. And this here is for the essence stones, right? These green things that I made that drop, right? And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make it so that you don't have to run around and collect these at the end of the game. So when the round is over, they're going to sort of auto collect and go up to the corner and then get added in. Yeah. But idea is, let me bring this up. That's bright. Here. So yeah, you're so like a magnet pool. Yes, kind of like a magnet pool, right? Let's say the magnet is up here, right? And it will pull all these up to it. So you can run over them while you're fighting and doing stuff and collect them. But at the end of the round, like as soon as the enemies are done, they will all get collected, magnet pulled. That's a good term. I like that. And then they'll get pulled up into the corner here. All right. I also forgot to turn music on. There we go. Like a tractor orb, yeah. There's still merit in picking them up mid-level, right? For faster upgrades. Nope. It won't help you at all until in between rounds, right? You're not going to be able to upgrade during the round. The idea is you're going to have to choose what to do after this. So, game plan, right? Let's say you start in the bottom corner. You work your way through, and you have like doors that will open, and you can choose which direction to go. And then you go to the next room. In between, you'll run into your little buddy that helped you escape at the beginning, right? And he's like, oh, I'm here, I can't really help you much, but I want to help you because I need you to get out, I want to save you. He's like, so I have items for you, but, I need compensated because my life's on the line too. That's where the currency comes from. That's green stuff that you're collecting, right? So he'll be helping you, but then he'll give you 3 skills you can choose from, 3 weapons you can choose from, and 3 items you can choose from. When you start, you can only carry 1 item. You'll have 1 weapon when you start. So based upon the number of currency is what you're going to be able to buy. And that's how that'll start working, right? But you're going to be able to carry 4 weapons at once, all out at the same time, because you have 4 hands, apparently. And you'll have like one item you can have, and you can do whatever you want. So you can make it's up to you how you want to make your character. So you're going to be able to make either you want melee, a combination of the 2, or ranged. How do I say your name? Thor, not Thor. too corpsey. I'm like, how do I say your name? Taller. Taller. How's taller? That works. All right. So, will you pull them over the character or directly to the corner? In here, I'm thinking to the corner, not to the player. Right? They're gonna go to where they're being counted up here. So you'll just see all of them like head this way and go here. He's one of your friends, Remy. Then I know he's a cool person. He's on Ultra Dev team for WoW. Nice. On one of the development teams for a while. We have another person from... Yeah, you didn't report it? Excellent. We have a member here on the local guild team that is one of the senior designers for WoW. Which I love because, like, when we have our meetups for the local game dev guild and showing the stuff that we're working on, we get live feedback on how big companies or, you know, people in lead roles that make decisions on this stuff, on what they look for. And it helps. And it's cool. I'm glad we have somebody local like that. I don't think it's going to go here. Yeah, and the fact that we just have a local... oh, just for one of the add-ons? Not a problem, not a problem. It's still cool. That's still cool stuff, though. Right? But, it's really nice that there is a local dev group, right? For games, like game dev guild group. Because... that way you can meet people, you can spend some time, you can get some in-person feedback. Yeah, it's great. You think it's amazing? Sorry if you miscommunicated. No, it's okay. I'm reading fast on chat sometimes, and it's all good. No apologies needed. So yeah, you're going to be able to run around and pick them up if you want, right? But when the enemies are done, I'm going to make it so they collect and sort of all go here, I think. Not to the player. They're just going to go here. And then you'll see the number go up. And it is on controller support. So let me start it again. I'm going to have to run around because OBS takes a minute to see this thing. And I hate that. But, you know, that's all right. Come on, OBS. I'm going to get killed here before you get here. Yeah, so last weekend I was able, or over the week, I got controller support installed. So all these green things, right? This is what I'm talking about, like these. So instead of running around and be like, oh, I need to collect them all, because the first time you may not. You're like, why do I need these things? I'm not going to collect them all. Then you're going to realize, oh, I need them. You're going to be out of luck for the first time. So instead of spending the time to run around and do that, I'm going to have it so they just get auto connected and like pulled up here. Kind of like Taller was saying, like a magnet, this being the magnet and the other ones get pulled to it. I think that's what we'll do. And to make this easy, it's a one stick game, right? So it's just going to be your left stick, and that's your movement. The attacking is all automatic. Weapons will automatically target enemies. They'll fire. They'll do whatever they do automatically, and there's not a whole lot for you to worry about. So the only other buttons you're going to have to deal with are going to be for your items. Right? Whether you use an item or you place an item, that kind of stuff. And we have a few cool ideas here. Let me pull up my notes again. We had one of the streams we were talking about. We were trying to come up with stuff. So we have like the idea for using bombs, where you place the bomb and it's on a timer. Grenade, where you throw it. Turrets, so you can place a turret and it would just auto do this firing. We had music instruments, tacos, because you eat a taco, but then you go into rage mode because it has hot sauce on it, and you do more damage for a little bit. And then Jello shots, because everybody needs Jello shots. And then you do drunk fighting, so you take less damage for a little bit. And that's how this game's going to be, right? It's just going to be a silly game. Some fun stuff in it, right? Like, melee weapons, like a toilet plunger, keyboard, tennis racket, frying pan. Not just like a sword and a gun. What is the purpose of spawning the green on the ground instead of just XP on the kill? So you get XP on the kill. It's two separate things. Now, outside of you get to see that collecting it will give you the number. It's just a visual effect, right? Something in the game, you're like, oh, what's this doing? That's cool. I got to see visually all the enemies that I've killed. The purpose of it, so when you kill an enemy, right, as soon as you do, you get XP for it. So XP and the essence stones, I don't know what to call them, so I'm calling them essence stones, and that's the green stuff, right? Those are separate. Essence stones are your currency. That's what you collect to give to the dude that's going to help you, right? So that's, you give to this guy to be able to buy upgrades. That's what he wants. As soon as the enemy dies, you immediately get XP. So the only thing I don't have up here right now is, let's see, I have essence stones. I have a countdown of how many enemies are on the level. And then we have the level over here. But I'm going to put another one up here, I think, is your XP bar. Either like an XP bar. Yeah, it'll be a bar, but with numbers or something, right? Or maybe, we'll have it up here for testing, but that's it. It's just an aesthetic. You are guaranteed a fixed amount of essences, assuming you complete the level, right? Yeah. Depending on here. Right now, I have 4 different spawners in here, right? So here's my spawner, right? And there's 4 of them. There's like one down here, up here. They have a range. Do I have it open? Let me see. They have a range. So each spawner is going to do between 20 to 30. And right now it's doing these enemies. Now that'll change. So like, you know, when you're in low level, you're only really going to deal with like 2 enemies or 1 enemy to start with, right? And then it'll keep increasing to the number of enemies that get spawned out. And each one of these will do something different. There'll be some that are like super fast and they'll just rush at you. There'll be ones that shoot at you. There'll be ones that just make contact with you. And there'll be ones that are just slow, but they're tanks. So that's kind of how that works. And it's random, but it now picks it up, right? So it identifies that. But no, it's not like every round you will pick up like 100, right? Because the idea is maybe sometimes you may have to wait for an item, right? You're not able to purchase an upgrade yet. And that's the other thing. So there's not going to be, you know, 100 different types of weapons. It'll be, I don't know, 10, 12 weapons. Maybe not even that. But then you'll be able to choose upgrades for them. Right? So it'll start with like, oh, you know, regular weapons, but then you'll have, oh, here's the same thing, but a +1. And you'll be able to sell weapons too. So that'll help turn stuff in, right? Ultra Remy sliding in with a Sophie treat here. Hey, Soph. Is your camera not all the way up anymore? There we are. She's hard to see because she's black dog. I do have like under the desk lights on, but you couldn't see it. Was it too dark? Her cam's on. It's just in the top left. Yeah, I moved some stuff around. Why? Because a lot of times right here is important information to what I'm doing, and it was hard to see because the dog cam was over top of it a lot. So I moved the Sophie cam to the top left and put one of the clips of some games that I've done down in the bottom left, and that allows you to see it a little better. Yeah. That is why. All right. What else? So I mean, I think it's a good process so far, right? Yeah, I know. I break that because I change it up all the time. Keeps people guessing. All right, come on, OBS. There we go. Yeah, so this is counting down. You're currently at level 0. I hate when I bump that. There we go. Yeah, and I just think it's just a visual thing. You're like, oh, these are all the enemies I killed. Look at all that, right? That's it. You don't technically need to see it. You can just collect, you know, it could just auto do it, but I think we'll make it so that it'll be that way until the end of the round. Then they get absorbed and go up to here, and you'll see your numbers go up. I think that'll be cool. Am I entering this into a jam? No. Nope. Wasn't planning it. Make them fly to the top left if you collect them. Oh, so if the player goes on top, right? Instead of it collecting here, it goes up here too. That's a cool idea. When collecting essence. All right. That will work. I added it to my little notes here. My little Vax terminal look thing. Yep. I got you 100%. Essentially, it's the same visual as with the magnet pool at the end of the round. Right. Yeah, that way, like, you just don't have to run around and do it, because that's going to get tedious, right? You to go and try to find all these things, and that's not what I want. So, all right. What? Let me look at some stuff. What was I doing last night? Or, yeah. I was working still on some of the leveling stuff. We're going to add in, separation. That's what I was trying to work on. Some separation stuff. Have I ever made a procedurally generated tile map that never ends? No. All my maps for every game have all been strategically made, right? Like, I have made them. What's going to happen here is there's going to be multiple rooms, and I haven't determined yet if the rooms are just going to be predetermined on which ones you connect, or make it so that the room loader automatically puts a room there. So, like, if you go through a door like here, right, it will choose one of the rooms and put it here. Right? So, then I don't have to worry about it and have them immediately connected. It will just connect it for you. Right? Because it's going to kind of look like a chessboard you know, I don't know, connect for whatever look, right? Okay, Doc, hold on, let me catch up. You can solve it relatively cheap by making a circle sprite, assigning it to the object magnet. In begin step of the magnet, you do x equals player dot x, y equals player dot y, and just check if there is any money slash bucks in the collision of the magnet. Make sure collision is set to precise, and you can have it use different magnet sizes depending on the skill tree upgrade. True. Yeah, because there's going to be a skill tree, right? And that's kind of what we were talking about here, this fork looking thing. Yeah. All right, so we need, how about another notepad? We're going to call this one completed task. All right, so we're 2 weeks. This is the second week into this. Let me see. One weekend I didn't do 1, 2. Oh, that was the end of the first one. Okay, so yeah, we're really only like stream 5, second week in, to a 3-month project, right? And the 3 months challenge is only self-imposed. That's it. I like small challenges. I like the hustle and bustle of it, and then producing something within the 3 months. I think if the magnet collision size upgrades, there should be some kind of benefit for manually collecting them, though. True. And I don't know if I'm going to have something like that, right? I think it may just stay the same for the whole time, right? Quick, give us a Jira board. We can add some more tasks, then you can accomplish it in 90 days. A Jira board. I don't have a Jira board set up. I have a whiteboard. That's it. I can share the whiteboard. But then, you know, who knows what you're going to be drawing. I thought about that. I was like, oh, I could give out the whiteboard, but then who knows what you know, drawings are going to be coming in. If you give the internet the opportunity to draw on your whiteboard, we all know what will be on there. Yes. And then we're going to have to talk about it. Be like, okay, like, you know, stuff here is no good. And we're going to have to move it and look over here. Yeah. And I'm just using like a free whiteboard. That's why it says like I have 24 hours left on this one. And then you refresh it and you get another 24 hours. So, I mean, we have a list of like ranged weapons, melee weapons. But I'm still looking for some fun ideas, right? As a melee weapon, we have a toilet plunger, a keyboard, a lathe, a baseball bat, a flail, a golf club, tennis racket. Here. Where is my notes? On here. Notes. We'll make these bigger for a minute. Right? So, we had a tennis racket, a 2x4 wood plank, a frying pan, a sword, a wrench, a bong. Yes, somebody suggested the bong. That's unbreakable, right? It's not going to shatter or something when you hit an enemy with it. It's just an unbreakable one. And then we have a side. Ranged, we have like ninja star, spitballs, blow dart gun, throwing knife, throwing axe, spears, slingshot, laser gun, taser, handgun, bazooka, and bows. Rolling pin. Is that on here? Rolling pin. It is now. Yeah, no, it wasn't suggested. It was not in the list. Oh, what else we got? This is the fun part. Like, I want fun ideas, right? I don't necessarily like, oh, I mean, like, you're going to have the boring sword, right? But, like, that's just kind of normal. So we're like, come up with some fun ideas on things that we can use. I think so. I think because it being a 3-month game, it's still going to be a very tight scenario right now. The other thing is you do have items. So somebody was suggesting like musical instruments. Okay. Grenades, bombs, taco, and jello shots. Those are all items, right? Yeah. So like they were making it, they're like, oh, if it's there, it's a continuous item, or like it won't break, right? But if we take it and maybe even make it into an item, then they could use it and have like a smoke screen. It slows all the enemies down. Yeah, right? Fun stuff. That's all. Just fun stuff. Now, this isn't going to fit again. All right, we'll just put it there. So, what was the site you suggested that I make real quick? Was it Jiri? Collab notebook. It's a task board. Jira. That's it. Agile Teams, 30-day. Oh, you got to pay for it? 30-day trial. Yeah, we're not doing that. Is there a free one? How about free? It should be free for one user. Oh, that's easy agile programs. All right, hold on. Is there a different Jira? I see Jira because Jira's software, right? So it's a couple of different ones. Also, ads are going to start here in about 20 seconds. I wasn't paying attention. So when that happens, I need some more coffee. So we're going to take a break. And now's a good time to get up and stretch and do what you need to. Just, get back here in like 3 minutes. That's all. We'll see if ads start on time today. They were running late the other day, right? But as soon as they do, like I said, I'll take a quick be right back, grab some coffee, and we'll get back to it. All right. So while we're doing that, let me look for free free task board. Well, man, ads are really behind today. There they go. All right. I will see everybody in a few moments. Hang tight, and I will be right back. All right. We're back. All right. So I set up, I a task board. How do I do this? Oh, I can't share it unless I buy it. Damn it. What the hell? Sneaky things. Well, let's have some fun here, right? Let's see if I can share this. Share board. Well, all right. We're going to share it. That's the whiteboard. Try not to draw anything too crazy. And you could type in here, right? You could make a list somewhere, you know, like put something here. Oh, Remy, I missed a thing. Right? What if we were like straight here? All right. So what are we adding, right? Oh, look at that. All right. And it's gone. Nobody won. It's like, what was the movie? War Games. War Games. Right? So, there you guys are. Now can I erase? There. But, we'll minimize that for a little bit. You should still be able to continue it because they just sit open, right? One of the things I want to do is I wanted to make it so that more separation was occurring for the enemies. Right now, they kind of stack on top of each other, right? I think what we're going to do is we're going to add it into here. Maybe. Yeah. We'll add it into here for our direction. So let me look at my structure here. All right. So this one is connected to there. We're going to put it inside this if statement. All right. What do we got? Let me minimize this a little bit. We'll keep it up. We'll just minimize. How's that? So I need to move this. All right, right here, we're checking this, and we're flipping my sprite, like the sprites here, right? I want this to be inside here, and we're gonna do this as like enemy separation. Separation. Why? Because what does it do? It helps prevents stacking. Oh, I guess we'll call it sep. That's a long name. Do I want it like that? Separation. How about sep distance? Am I gonna know what that is? No, I'm gonna forget. I guess I'll just do it. Separation distance, and we'll set it to like 16. Okay, this is going to be the minimum distance. Minimum distance between enemies. Then we'll do separation force. Separation force. 0.3. This is how strongly the enemies push each other away. I don't know. Apart, right? You know, Remy, are you still there? Yeah, there you are. Someone already doodled on the whiteboard. Uh-oh. Let's look at what do we got. Somebody's on it. Not a problem. They're playing. Let's... Where did I just put that? This is the GX browser. All right. Look at that. Who did that? That's awesome. Freaking art. I know. Right? Like, okay, the best I can do is kind of like this. We do. Don't look into it like too much. And then it looks like a butt. It is a butt. Let's do this. All right. It's an alley-abbit. It's an alligator rabbit. It's a Pokemon. It's a new type of Pokemon. Yes. It doesn't exist. It's an alligator rabbit. So that's what we have now. This is so helpful for the dev stream. I mean, you have to have creative moments, right? This would be fun for your stream, Remy. Right? Because you talk strategy, you talk stuff all the time for like how you want to go about it. I think this would be cool. But we are drawing together on a whiteboard. So let me pin it. There we go. The message I just pinned is the link to the whiteboard and everybody's drawing, right? So this is my alligator rabbit, call it an alley-abbit. We have a face over here, which is awesome. Someone did the face. Yeah. Yes. It's explosive now. Yeah, you have to have it, right? You have to have it. You got to be able to be fun and creative. Most of the stuff gets done on off stream anyways, because I enjoy just sitting and chatting and hanging out and going over topics on this stuff, right? So I'm going to make a nearest enemy. This is X, Y. I want this with parent enemy. So it incorporates every enemy there. And, right. And if nearest enemy does not equal no one, and nearest dot ID, so we capture which one it is, does not equal ID. Oops, ID. Right? Someone, all right, what do we got? Is on a skateboard. Okay. Oh, someone's turning the guy into the kangaroo. Yeah, yeah. Here, you know what happens when this? Look, watch. Let me draw rock, little circle, bunch of lines. All right. This is what happens when jellyfish travel at unsafe speeds. They hit a rock. Right? This is so silly. Exactly. What's the point of doing some stuff and not having some fun, right? All right. We've created an if statement. If nearest enemy does not equal none, and it does, right? Because you have to have moments that help with creativity. You got to, you know. If our variable distance equals what's the one, and I always forget it. Oh, to the enemy. Point to distance. That's it. Point distance. Direction. No, distance. Point distance. X, Y. Do our nearest enemy. Nearest enemy dot X and nearest enemy dot Y. Now we make another thing and we say if distance is greater than separation distance and distance 1 greater than 0. That doesn't, whoops. Does that sound right? If distance is greater than separation distance and distance is greater than 0. No, it can't be that. This has to be less than. We are doing a variable push direction, point direction. What do I want? I want now this to be enemy X and Y, right? So nearest enemy dot X and nearest enemy dot Y. But then we need it to also have X and Y to know what you're pushing away from. So then X plus equal length dirx. Yeah, and then we'd have to do the same thing for our Y. You just realize you're drawing on everyone else's stuff. Big child confirmed. Excellent. Yes. But look how cool they are. Like that's fun stuff. Right? All right, hold on. We're gonna make a wall, but first, let me draw this way, this, and this, and we'll bring one of these over. Bring a nose like this. And we're making a little wall. Right? But then we need like the head. An eye, another eye, there. Little guy looking over a wall says, I see you. Oh, we have a car and a toilet. Excellent. Right? Big child confirmed. Who drew the toilet? I don't know who drew the toilet. You gotta have it though. It's fun. All right. So we're doing X plus equal length direction underscore X. So length dir underscore X. We're gonna apply separation force and push direction to it. So let's do separation force, which we already got, and our push direction. But now we're going to have to do the same thing to our Y. I mean, I probably could have just hit Control D and copied the line, but that's all right. There. So what's happening, right? So after separation, separation runs after the movement. I'm getting distracted for a minute. I need to label this because I won't remember what we just did here. So this is the actual push away from nearest enemy. And that will change. So it should always be updating to it, right? Now, separation runs after movement towards the player, which is up here. This is the movement stuff, right? It should only apply on living enemies, which is why it's inside this else one, like the else part of this. Up here is the dead enemy. This is the living enemy. It should happen every frame to continue to maintain some sort of like continuous spacing. All right. Let's run it. And let's see how it does. All right, so it's working pretty good. Right? It's helping them not bunch up directly. Now, the spacing is not very much, but it's just enough to prevent them all from bunching up on top of each other. Before, they were coming into like real tight circles and lines and being like directly on top of each other. So you would have like 50 of them sitting on top of each other. And that wasn't what we wanted. All right. We can go back into parent enemy here. We can adjust the padding, which we made 16, but we'll make it like 20. It's going to be small increments, nothing major. All right, let's see how our drawings are going. Oh, somebody tagged it. Somebody tagged it. And it's being beat on. Yeah. Excellent. What do we got? We have some cooking going on. Is this a measuring thing that this is on? Heating it. You heating it? Yes. This is like Breaking Bad. Which, it's fun if you've ever watched Breaking Bad and you are out this way to go like and see some of the places. You're like, oh, I know where that was. I know where this is. It's cool stuff, right? Go visit Skinny Pete. I'm sure there's a version of Skinny Pete's out there, right? All right. We're going to run this again. And let me minimize this. So, come on, OBS. Catch it up. All right, it's working pretty good. They're not immediately getting piled on top of each other still. I like the 20 zone. I'll probably adjust it more as it progresses, right? Yeah. All right. Let's bring this back up. And what do we got? I thought it was a snail at first, but somebody's drawing a giant face. Yep. And yeah, if you are hanging out in chat and you just want to have fun and draw some stuff, the link is pinned, right? So it's a pinned message. You can join the whiteboard, and your stuff will be there. It won't be there tomorrow, but the whiteboard only exists for 24 hours. But I like how everybody's like making something and somebody alters it. All right. So I think we're going to try to work on making the magnet collection, like of the essence stones, right? Do I have object essence stone? All right, so the object essence stone has 0 code in it. It's not doing really anything right now. Well, we're going to want to I need to know when a wave is complete, and it should be in here. Enemy tracking. We'll put wave complete equals false. So we start it that way, right? There. But we're gonna add to my step event where if they exist. No, put this up here. This is for debug. Let's make it a region debug and region there. What do we got? Yeah, we got all kinds of cool stuff going. Nice. Glad that is entertaining everyone. All right. If wave is not complete and global enemies remaining is less than 0 or less than equal to 0. Oh, what else? Let's move this up so we can see sort of what I'm also doing. Complete will equal true. If it is not complete and global enemies remaining is less than 0, wave complete equals true. I think I do like using these, but we'll say with object essence stone. Collecting equals true. All right. Now, let's redo that. If global enemies remaining is less than or equal to 0, right? Same sort of thing. Slightly different though. Do with object essence stone. Oops. Put that there. And if we're not collecting, we're going to say collecting. This is where we say collecting equals true. Target X equals 10. What do I want? Sprite. Sprite get with SPR essence stone. That divided by 2. This is probably going to need change because my mathing is always terrible with this stuff. It's the exact same thing. Again, I probably should have just copied it, but that's all right. This is height because we're doing the Y now. Times 2.5 divided by 2. All right. How's our drawings coming along? Anybody still drawing? No? All right. Kind of tough to improve upon the masterpiece. I know. And it's weird drawing with the mouse, right? I mean, you could do, I mean, like, if we, I guess I went wrong way here, but that's all right. There. Taller, welcome in and thank you for a raid. I didn't know you were live. Were you in here chatting while you were live? That is much appreciated. And yeah, I appreciate the raid. For everyone that doesn't know me, my name is 8BitsaByte. I am a game dev hobbyist. Is that the best one to call it? Yeah, game dev hobbyist. You know, it's not my main job, but I'm enjoying it, right? I am learning how to game dev. I've been on almost a 2-year journey. February of almost 2 years ago is when I started. Didn't know anything before that, so slowly been progressing. And anybody that is interested, oops, this is my itch page, and you can go there and see everything that I've been working on. Yeah. And again, Taller, thanks for the raid. I appreciate that. And Jeepin, good morning. We've been doing multiple things. This is a, I don't know, fireball thing. That's a hand, right? It doesn't look like a hand, but it's a hand. So, how's that? We're having fun coding and drawing all at the same time, right? So yeah, if you're new, and welcome in, if you came in with the raid, and if you want to hang out and draw, just click on the link up in the pinned chat, and you can join into the whiteboard and start drawing. So kind of like a little fire thing in your hand, right? Like you're casting a spell or something. Yeah, because you can change colors too. That's kind of cool. It gives you a lot of freedom to do stuff. All right. We got our global enemy remaining thing count there. So now we need to edit our essence stone. For those that joined, I am working on a 3-month top-down shooter. And I'm trying to remember, we're only on like 2 weeks into it. So we're just really starting the project. It's coming along pretty good, though. It's coming along. So we want to do, I need to, here, let me start it. I don't think it'll cause a crash yet, but it might. Nope. Okay. So this is the game so far, right? Enemies are spawned in. And unfortunately, that is a little loud still, but that's all right. Over the week, I got it so that you could use a controller, right, as well. So But that's it. That's the game so far. Like I said, it's just a little top-down shooter. And it crashed because I'm currently editing the Essence Stone, which is the green stuff that falls after the enemy dies. And I'm making it so, I'm trying to make it so that it will auto go to the corner once the game, like the round is over, essentially. Right? So we're going to say collecting equals false. Target X equals 0. Target Y equals 0 as well. Collecting speed. How fast I want it to go. So we're going to say 8 to start. Then we'll adjust it based upon what it looks like, right? 8 may be slow. I don't even know. But we're just going to start it with as an 8. That should be good there. So if we are collecting, we want to variable direction is going to be equal to the point direction with X, Y, our target X, and target Y. I have a feeling like I'm going to be changing that. Right now, it's setting it up to the corner, but I'm going to tell it, like, first we'll get it to work, then we'll fine tune it. This is our distance. Point direction. Again, we're going to do X, Y, target X, target Y. What's a good thing for it? What this is moving towards the UI, moving towards like the position of the on the UI. So I don't know, move towards we'll call it collection point. Then we want speed. We want the minimum. Yeah, this is right. Minimum input values of speed and direction. All right. Who came in? Homeless, welcome in. Come in with a Sophie treat. She loves you. Right? Her camera is working. It is moved. It is in the top left. I got bored and decided we're going to do something different. There. I know. Don't swallow it. Eat it. All right. Homeless. You'll like this. Right now, if you click the link up in the pinned chat, you can join in if you want. And we have people just drawing everything, right? So I don't know what that is. Is that an egg? Or the sun? Or I don't know. Clearly a hand. Yes, this is clearly a hand. You tried drawing a donut. It's a good donut with a bite out of it. Like a little bite. But yeah, we got some Breaking Bad stuff going on. We got a couple faces, people popping in here. And JD Does Dev, welcome in. How are you doing this morning? So JD, yesterday I wanted to install the inner fenders on my Jeep, right? It totally went south. So I opened the box with all the new stuff in it, and I lay them out, and I started realizing, I'm like, hey, I'm missing something. The right front, so the passenger front main piece of the inner fender was not in the box. Like, how do you forget to put a main piece to the fender not in the box, right? So I ended up having to pack it back up and return it. Now it was my fault. I ordered them off of Amazon. Car parts are kind of iffy off of Amazon, and it was a lower cost, which is probably why. But because they come from all like copycat places, right? So at least it made the return easy. I could just say it's missing a piece. I was able to get a QR code, take it down the UPS, drop it off, and return it. So then I went on to, I think, Quadratic and bought one. But it did cost me a little bit more. But at least I know it'll be good. Yeah. Quadratic, yes. That's ended up where I went. Right. And that's why. I was just like, oh, I'll save a little bit. I'll try to buy it off of Amazon and see how it goes. The pieces were well made, though. They were solid metal. Like, they were good. It was just missing a vital piece. And there's no way to really like contact them or anything like that. So I was like, you know, F this, I'm just going to return it, and I'll spend a little bit extra and buy something, like buy it from Quadratech. All right. Yeah, so far, yeah, this is all our little drawings that people have been doing from chat, right? Editing and fixing and making other people's stuff, like doing other people's stuff. So I think it's cool stuff. We're having fun. All the while, we are editing and making stuff in the game. Right now, the game is going pretty good. I wonder, I may have to put that out for a minute. Let's see if it'll work. In OBS, capture the game, please. I hear it. All right. So this is the game so far. My top-down shooter. All the enemies coming towards the player, right? Each enemy is dropping a essence stone. Those green things. There. Now, the idea is, or what I'm working on is so that all these little green things are going to go up to the corner on their own and then be counted. That way, you don't have to spend all the time and run around. You can't draw right now. You're on your phone. You will draw a beautiful Lego pinnacle of a dolphin toe. Excellent. Excellent. But yeah, the whiteboard is open for anyone that wishes to join. Feel free to draw whatever. The link for it is up in the pinned messages. All right, we need to go back to the essence stone here. We're going to undo this because I'm still in the middle of writing this. All right. I need to do an X and Y. You were hoping I was going to read the turn one out loud. That was for Homeless Junior. Is there a turd one? Where's the turd one? Guy character X. The kangaroo one. Oh, it's got a little. Is this it? A little pop out. Oh, 3 messages up. You would draw the turd after it comes out. It will be a masterpiece. Excellent. You got to do that, and you got to make sure you use the right colors because you can change your colors on here. The little kangaroo man. Yeah, you got to have that. I mean, we have a toilet, so you know. Yep, these are the masterpieces of chat. That's how that's working. All right. Well, let's do X. Lesser equal length dir x. I want speed. Right, speed and dir for direction. This time we will hit Control D. We're going to change that to a Y. And I need to change it right there as well. Remy, best day ever. I am glad I could. What day is today? Sunday? I'm glad I could make your Sunday. You just called her in and she yelled, "What's he gonna draw? A turd? A stinking turd?" Her words. Yes. Going to have to draw a stinky turd. Right? Because, you know, you need little things coming out, right? So, like, you know, coming out. And you got to have, like, a green smoke coming off of it. Stinky turds. You got to do it. Right? All right. Well, we'll wait and see if anybody in chat wants to join in and draw whatever. And we'll have some fun there, right? All right, so we made it so that we move towards the collection point. And don't mind, like, I'm just going to be bouncing back and forth between that and this. What do I want? This is this. It speeds up as it gets closer. As it gets closer. All right. So it'll speed up as it gets closer. That's what all this is doing. If distance is under 5, Homeless, you'll be drawing in a couple of minutes. You're going to be drawing a turd with your intestines. Excellent. That's excellent stuff. Is Mini Homeless going to be helping you? Because you got to have, you know, Mini Homeless helping. Does art imitate life or life imitate art? That is the question of the hour. Right? What do I want my essence count to go up. And we're going to destroy them when they hit that corner. So, destroy. There. Now it gets philosophical. Yes, Jeebin. Remy is very philosophical. We are having fun drawing today, right? So we have a whiteboard. Everybody can join, and they're drawing all kinds of like fun, crazy stuff on here. So that's what we're doing, right? We are drawing today. Yeah, we're having fun on a Sunday morning. So, and I see ads are going to start in about 30, 40 seconds, somewhere in there. They're never on time anymore. I don't understand why, but they're just not on time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a be right back during the time. I need to get some more coffee, and everybody else probably needs some coffee. But I do need to uncover Arwen. She's over there making little noises. And so we're going to do that. But so as soon as that starts, I'm going to take a be right back. Then we'll get to it, right? All right, so we have collecting step is now done. She needs a blueberry. She probably needs a blueberry. Yeah, she probably could use a blueberry. I don't have a Arwen redeemed blueberry, though, unfortunately. And you won't be able to see her. You could probably hear her. We'll wait until Jeepin comes down, and then when Jeepin comes down, we'll have Jeepin give her the blueberry, so you can hear her go crazy. But I will uncover her in just a few moments as soon as ads kick off. Plus, I'm going to grab some more coffee, and then we'll come back. We'll check out the ultimate drawings that everybody's doing on the whiteboard, and we'll continue coding. So we need to finish up this. We now have a step event on the Essence Stone, but we're going to have to go into Object Player to make a collision to it. And there's the ads. I will see everybody in a few moments. Hang tight, and I will be back in a few. All right, we're back. So, we need to check out our drawings, right? Let's see what everybody's doing. What do we have? We have some new stuff out here. Yes, we have a neat little face going right here, and we have a giant we have a giant turd. It's gonna land on people. This is gonna get messy. You're just gonna get covered, right? You need some color to it. Almost, you need some color on there, right? You need the stink cloud. You know, draw some flies. But everyone's gonna get covered in a giant turd here in a minute. So, you know, yeah. It's gonna happen. Unfortunate. It's raining turds now. Ultra Remy, good news. Snow doesn't stick to the driveway. Excellent. It must not be cold enough yet. It will stick. It will stick. Right. But the driveway holds heat a little more than the ground does, so it takes it a little longer to get down to being cold enough where it doesn't melt. Or you already have salt on there, which helps melt it. If it's not snowing like fast enough, like hard enough down, right? Remy, you have to go check out the famous drawing here of a giant turd flying down on top of everyone. Apparently it's raining turds here in the drawing world, and they're just gonna get hit by it. So yeah. You think they salted the roads this morning? Excellent. That probably helped. It is. It can be. Yeah, that's a metaphor. All right. What did I say we were going to do? We need to go to the player here. So do I already have? I do. I have a collision event for my essence stones. We're going to redo this. So right now, if instance exists, other, we need to add in not other collecting, right? So by that, oops, we will do not collecting. Then we have global essence adding, destroy other. All right, that should be good. I added this sound in here because eventually there will be a sound for it. I don't know what the sound is yet, but I'm going to do it, right? So I think we'll try running it. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in, Raiders. Tim, how are you doing? How was your stream? For those that don't know me, my name is 8BitsaByte. I am a hobby solo game dev, learning how all this stuff works and slowly getting there, right? Currently working on a top-down shooter, and I think I'm only like 2 weeks into a 3-month game challenge, right? That's what I've been doing since, I don't know, May of last year, doing a whole bunch of like 3-month challenges. And Tim, if you have anything you want to post about what you've been working on, please feel free to do so. And I appreciate you bringing everybody in. Yeah, you're a pro indie dev. This is the path. That is it, right? Also, for those that are joining, I have pinned at the top a web whiteboard thing. And you can join and just start drawing. Everybody's drawing stuff today, right? We're having fun. It's Sunday. We're not really trying to get some stuff done. I mean, we are, but we're not, you know? And we're just drawing things. So feel free to join and draw away. Oh, look, we got a little penguin now. Yep. But yeah, Tim, do you have, if you want to post anything, go ahead. I appreciate you raiding in. Yeah, they are a little behind, but all the avatars are catching up and falling down. It takes it about a minute. It's a Piplup, a penguin Pokemon. You didn't draw it though. Okay. All right, let's take this. This was my error message. I'm going to put this up into my notes. And this occurred when I tried to pick up the green stuff, right? So, we'll start to try to figure it out. Homeless, you're going to try to draw a penguin knuckle, penguin knuckle, sliding down a leather ceramic toothicle. Caller, the Piplup is me. Oh, that's you trying? All right, excellent. Yeah, I'm glad. All right, so we got some stuff going on here. Yeah, you have like a very colorful turd coming down, landing on top of everyone. We have a toilet, a little rabbit guy. There's a face on here, which is kind of cool, right? Then we have the alley rabbit, which is an alligator rabbit. Yeah, we got all kinds of cool stuff going on in here. And yeah, if you just feel like messing around, having some fun, please go ahead and join the whiteboard and draw. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep it PG either, Tim, but you know, it's Sunday and we're just having some fun today. Yeah. As long as it's not like words saying stuff, I think we're pretty good, right? I mean, it's I'm putting trust into chat, which, you know, gets scary, but you know, hey. So, what were you working on today, Tim? And did you complete whatever you were working on? Chat, can streamers trust you? That's a big question to even ask them. I don't know. So far, they are pushing the boundaries a little bit, but they're not terrible today. So they are drawing some fun stuff out here, though. Everybody draws something, and then they're completely like changing things. So, a Quaker parrot? I do have a Quaker parrot. I have a 4-year-old green Quaker parrot. Her name is Arwen. And I just uncovered her during my last break. And so she's playing right now. Yeah, she's a green Quaker parrot. The only time she's normally on stream is on Jeepin's cooking stream. We attach a camera to her cage, and she's up on there, which is Monday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. And the rest of the time, for me, I usually just have Sophie, which is our dog. Because there is a every now and then it shows up, and it's a redeem a treat for her. All right. This is where I was having the error, right? So we're going to try to fix this real quick. Right here. Line 10. Oh. That's not what I need. This shouldn't be the same thing. Tim, you had a green one too. You've been considering getting a blue one. That would be cool. Right now, Arwen is the only bird that we have. A little over a year ago, we had a blue one. Just a little one. Got egg bound, and sadly didn't make it. But we are considering maybe somewhere down the road having another one. But for right now, just the one is fine. We are always with her. She hangs out near us while we're streaming, and she thinks that we're talking to her most of the time. So she's just over there chatting because she's like, oh, you're talking, but I don't see anybody else, so you're talking to me. But that does lead to her mimicking me, and she likes to say damn it a lot. Because I like to say damn it. So there's that. Right? I mess up here. That's the problem when you stop and look at drawings, right? So this needs to be our collecting speed and our distance. All right. That should be okay now. I think that was because this is where the error was, right? Is that what it said on my notes? Step event, step event, line 10. Essence stone variable speed equals minimum of. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, there are a lot. I mean, like, Quaker parrots are fun. She makes all kinds of noises. She gets super, super happy when she gets new food, gives her a treat. She makes noises that sound like a little car alarm. I'm sure she picked it up from car alarms going off nearby. Unless it's just a Quaker thing. I don't know. But, yeah, she makes all kinds of fun noises and likes to talk to all of us. So... all right, let's run it again and see if we run into issues now. All right, come on, OBS. See the game, see the game. There it is. All right, so all the enemies have spawned in. They're coming after you. Right now, I only have 2 weapons for testing, right? You got a melee weapon and a gun. All right, so the idea behind that was they were to go all up to the top corner. And they just collected up here. So we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Yeah. Now, the idea was when the round is over, it collects all the, like, essence stones, right? That way they immediately get collected for you. They come up here. That was a little fast, so we do want to slow it down. Let's make it a collection speed. Let's do it half for 4. And you think DIR and distance are the same thing in the code? No, I do have them slightly different. I mean, they're saying the same thing, right? But I'm using them slightly different. Or am I? I mean, they're kind of doing the same thing, right? But if it's here, I guess I was just trying to separate them. I could probably get rid of that and just make this all distance. Or direction. Let's get it to work first, and then we'll figure it out, right? All right, so we're going to slow it down. We did it by half. Let's start it again. I think you're right, Tim. I think you're right. I think I just... too much drawing and not enough paying attention. So we have all the enemies nicely spaced out now. They're not clumping up anymore. They were, right? So they were clumping up. They were making it hard to do things because they would all become like one object. They're still slightly doing it, but not as fast as they were before. All right. So we have them all going up, being collected up here. But we haven't made them get destroyed yet, nor, although it's in there. And then it needs to be added to the count. All right. But we have level working well, so now you get XP with every enemy you kill. There is a countdown on the number of enemies in the room, so you can see that. So this part is not working right. All right, well, let's fix this part that you pointed out, right? What do I want to keep it as, direction or distance? Well, we speed up as it gets closer. This is kind of meant to be a collect when close to our target, right? Crazy Dragoon Mistress, hey nerd, welcome in. How you doing? How's your Sunday? You having a good one? Hey, we're totally having fun today. It is Drawing Sunday, so you can click the link up in the white up in the pinned message and join the drawing in the whiteboard. And everybody's just messing around, right? There's all kinds of stuff. So ignore the slightly pushing PG-13 rating on it. We're not quite to the R yet, so we're still pretty good. Chat's been good. But right? All right, so we need to change this. So let's get rid of this one. Well, let me make sure, right? So is this the only place we had it here? If enemies remain collecting, we don't have to worry about it there. I'm not drawing anything with it here. Object player collision. I'm not using any of those variables here. But here we are. You're just waking up and to tell you, how? See, I knew you and Annie were missing some good Canadian food, though. We are. That's why we have you to help with that. You need to be here to help us know what is good Canadian food. Taller, you are actually starting to like your fire Piplup. Why? What's wrong? I like it. Right? We have right here. This is Tolthor's little fire Piplup. I think it's looking pretty good, right? I like that the eyes and the facial expression on there have a look of determination to it. He's like, I am coming for you on fire. So that's coming along nicely. So good job with that. And Toots. Yeah, Toot. You got to be careful tooting too much, though, because you'll end up with like a turd or something that sneaks out and rockets someplace that it shouldn't. There is apparently some turds in here, like this giant one that's gonna squish everybody. It's gonna get a messy, but it'll be all right. You can wash off. So like I said, it's pushing a little bit PG-13-ish. I mean, we're not quite to the R drawing, so I think we're still pretty good. Right? But yeah, we're just having fun, slowly coding stuff and trying to get things to work. All right, I don't need both these here, so we're going to make this direction. How's that? But we're going to change this to dir. And if dir, there. Let's run it again and check it out, right? So Dragoon, what is the next Canadian thing that we need to try? The muffins, by the way, love the muffins. One enemy left. There it is. They all get collected, right? The magnet is working. So they all get collected to the top corner, but they're not getting destroyed yet. But we're getting there. It's getting close, right? So let's... all right, so we fixed this part. We don't need that. Issue now, essence is collecting, but not adding to count nor being destroyed. Right, so that is our current issue that we're having right there, right? Let's think about this. When it's being collected, so maybe this needs to be a bigger number, right? Because what I'm thinking about is, okay, I'm trying to tell it a distance from the corner, and maybe it just can't get to it. Or they're off a little bit, right? Maybe we just make, I don't know. Whoops. It would help if I have the number pad on and not delete things. There we are. All right. Oh, what did I hit? I hit I have, what is a scroll lock on, or, oh crap. I don't have that on here. It's a, because we do this. If I go to the beginning of this and I hit, it goes over top of it. Shit. What was I hitting? I hit there. All right. So with number pad off, hitting 0 is scroll lock. Turn number pad back on. There we are. Okay. Wow, splendid TOS. What? Welcome in, Perch. I don't know what you mean. Wow, splendid TOS. Term of service? Little confused, little confused. Anyways. I'm like, I don't know what you mean. Let's check out what is going on with the drawings, right? So we still have the little pull uppy there. I think that's going pretty good. Everybody else's drawings are doing well. But I like this. Taller, I like this. So Purge, what are you referencing? And also welcome in. Top-down shooter is what I think they meant. Oh, wow, splendid TOS, top-down shooter. Okay, maybe. You're probably right. I just got confused. That's all. It happens. We're going to try starting it again and seeing if it's working now, right? So we're going to start it. And OBS takes it a minute to see this. There it is. All right, so players running around, we were able to avoid all the enemies. Right? And we have our counter working on our countdown up here in the middle on how many are left. They are all getting collected. And they just go like right here. So we're getting closer. The magnetic pull of the instances are working. But I think my distance stuff is off. Let's just set it like big. And then let's see if it'll work better, right? Is it possible to make them drawn to the UI element? Probably, yeah. Right now, I just have it going to a location. But once we get it working, we'll make it so that it goes towards, instead of target X, we can say like target X equals the object, right? So in here, we are drawing the sprite of the essence stone. That's what we're doing here. Well, let's try telling it to go. I wonder if this will work. SPR essence stone.x. Not y. And now it may not work. That may just go to every single one. And that will confuse it. But these are all parent enemy. These should be objects. So maybe we'll be okay. That's, yeah, it's an object. Okay, we're good. Let's try it. Homeless Sophie. Jeepin is taking away your ability to have a Sophie treat. She gave Sophie a treat. It's probably going to break it, right? Which is fine. Homeless says, oh, hell no. Oh, wait. All right. Hang on a minute before it's too loud. Hold on. Let me get the game stuff out of the way here. All right. So they're all collecting. They're not going to where they're supposed to. But they're up here, right? All right. At least we have the magnet stuff working. We're going to close it. So Jeepin is going to give Arwen a blueberry. And you get to hear the craziness. I don't know how well you were able to hear her, but she's definitely going a little. Sounds like a little car. Like car alarm. You hear her? Yeah. She got a blueberry. Okay. So we need to change this. All right. So essence is collecting but not being added to count and nor destroyed. We want this to be also, what is it doing? So essence is collecting but not adding to count nor being destroyed. What was it also doing? It's not also not going to the sprite essence stone on GUI layer. Oh, no, not GUI, on the UI. Right, so this is now our current dilemma, right? So we have Essence Stone is collecting. Well, no, it's not collecting. It's Essence Stone is being gathered, right? So Essence Stone is being gathered, but not adding to the count, nor being destroyed. Also, not going to the sprite for Essence Stone on the UI, right? Is that describing our current situation? I think so, right? That's good notes. So we got a couple things we need to break down. We have essences being gathered. We have not being added to count, nor being destroyed. And then we also not going to the sprite on the UI. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Homeless, you hear Arwen, but Jeepin, don't let it happen again. You give Sophie the treats on the weekend. I mean, you did redeem it, and I just said it, so she came over, so she gets one. Right? For those that don't know, this is Sophie. She likes to hang out on stream here. She has her own little camera. She is the star of the show on my streams. And That's about it, right? I'm just kind of the co-streamer with her. But everyone's been having fun on the whiteboard today, Jeepin. It starts off as one drawing, and then people add to it, right? So we have a little penguin. We have it's a little PG-13 because we're all kids. So there's a giant turd falling down on everyone when you zoom out. Yeah. Then we have a toilet. We have a car. It started off as a rock with a squished jellyfish because that's what happens when jellyfish travel at unsafe speeds. Then I drew the Alley Abbott, the alligator rabbit, and people started adding to it. We have a person hanging over a wall, and then it got tagged. Dog peeing on the wall. We have a giant face. We have some Breaking Bad stuff, and a hand holding a fireball with somebody saying, clearly, that's a hand. We have a donut. We have the little penguin, and we have a sunflower. Yeah, see, Jeepin is added to the drawings. But yeah, we're just having fun today. All right. I guess we're gonna have to try to figure this out, right? So essence is being gathered. So we know that is accurate. Like that's working its way up. In here we have if global enemies remaining is less than or equal to 0 with essence stone. If not collecting equals true. I think we need to add some stuff into here. Right, let's redo this. Let's just get rid of this and redo this. And so we have this inside here. All right. Can I help you, Sophie? Are you grumbling? Why are you grumbling? Did you tell Mommy you went through the bushes this morning? She was like, you're not supposed to tell her that. First thing in the morning when I get up, I take Sophie for a walk, right? So, I don't know. It's like 5 something normally, right? And she loves going through the bushes. And she gets these little leaves and stuff all over her. I mean, yeah. They just stick to her. She's fluffy. So she can't help it, right? I know. It's like they go into the wilderness and get all the stuff in her fur. Yeah. I mean, we go on adventures. It's just around the block, but we go on adventures. That's what we do. Right? No, you can't have any more until somebody tells you. You got to wait. All right. Let's move that here. We need... If not collecting equals true. I think the issue taller with the UI. The UI is not technically in the room. It's on the GUI layer, right? So we're going to do a little conversion for it. I think we'll we'll do some stuff here, right? So if variable let's give it a little bit of padding around it, maybe 10. How about variable underscore SBR? How about scale? And I'll try not to make the same thing twice this time. I did earlier. I wasn't even paying attention. I wrote it twice, but 2 different ways. Gave it to like the same thing, 2 different variables, and it was didn't turn out very good. I mean, it worked, but like sprite. What am I doing? Get width. Yeah, get width. We're doing the sprite for the stone. And this is where we're going to times it by the scale. I think that makes sense. We're going to just copy it this time. We're going to hit Control D. We're going to say this needs to be for the Y. So sprite height. Height essence stone sprite times scale. I don't think it needs this. Hold on. I think that reads better. Right? Yeah. But our target X, this is our conversion from the GUI. So we're going to do camera get view X. Yeah, view X with view camera. Make it a 0. Plus our padding. Padding plus our scale. No. I'm looking at scale. That's why. I need our width. So this is SPR width divided by 2. And we're going to copy it and switch this to the Y. So Y and then view Y padding height. I think that needs to be what we're doing here, right? Gibbon, welcome in. How's your Sunday going? Welcome to Chaos. We're here both coding and drawing. We're having fun. If you'd like to draw, you can click the pinned message up there. It's the web whiteboard, right? And people are drawing all kinds of stuff, right? You can join in with chat and draw whatever. And there's all kinds of fun things in there. Remy, you are back. You got nuggets in the oven and mom's got ice cream. No pressure to eat well on Sunday. No pressure to eat well on Sunday. We did not eat well last night. We went out for dinner, but we went to a place called The Office. It's a bar at a golf course, right? Because that's The Office. And we watched the end of the Bronco Bills game. And that was a really, really good football game. Really close, right? So it was close. It went into overtime, which is what you want to see during... I want to see close games. I want to see if it's a playoff game. I want to see these two teams going at it back and forth all the way. I like that stuff. I don't want to see shutouts during playoffs, right? But I had a really good buffalo chicken wrap, and then I ordered what? I have like Sophie hair on my face or something. I ordered these mozzarella sticks. Stick is the wrong term. It should be mozzarella like logs. They were massive. Really, really big, but very good. So all the food there is just really good. Homemade? No, they weren't homemade. It was at the office, which is a restaurant. Yeah, homemade. Oh, I don't know. We've never made those. Well, I don't know why I said we. It's really Jeepin. Jeepin's never made them. I cook vicariously through her. I don't know, Remy. I don't know if they did or not. I would assume so. Like they made them in-house, right? They're not something you normally see. They were just big, like mozzarella sticks. They were really good. Yeah, like they were really good. Not like you're a store bought or delivered stuff. I'm assuming they made them in-house. All right. So I think we had this stuff here. We addressed it here, right? We need to get it so that it acts like it's being gathered, right? So it is being gathered, but not connecting to the UI on there. So taller. I'm hoping this fixes that, and we'll see here in a minute, right? All right, let's go ahead and start it. And while this is running, okay, so all the, whoops, it would help if I turn on my controller. There we go. So what we're gonna look for is the green right here. Once we destroy all the enemies, which we have 45 left. All right, so they got collected where it was, but they didn't get added to it. So we're getting a little closer. Right? It's getting there. It's getting there. I think we need a, like a, I don't know, like a message or something, right? Let's hold on. I'm checking something real quick. I saw it light up. I'm waiting on deliveries today. All right, they're not until later. Okay. Yeah, they were really fresh tasting. I'm pretty sure I want to call it like a marinara, but it wasn't quite marinara. It was more like thick sauce, like a tomato sauce to it. That was really good. So yeah, I'm assuming they probably were. If collecting, right? Let's put this at the top here. Taller, is there a way to make them despawn a short moment after collision with the main counter? Yeah. It's supposed to. Like, they're supposed to get destroyed right here. But it's not doing this last part. That's the problem, right? So right now, if the direction, like if they get within 100 pixels of it, they're supposed to start destroying, but like they're not. So because it's not going up, nor is it getting destroyed. So I was going to put in a show message thing here, right? So we're going to do show debug message. We'll say distance, and this will show up in our debug stuff, right? But we need a string. We want a string of underscore dir. And I heard that farts. Yeah, they're in. I'm hearing it. Who came in? Term, welcome in. Term, you've been missing all the fun today, right? So I'm glad you're here. We have at the top of the chat a pinned message that you can click and join and come into the drawing on the whiteboard and participate with everybody else. There's all kinds of fun stuff in here, right? We got some Breaking Bad stuff. We have toilets, a rabbit with a face, taking a crap. We got all kinds of stuff here. So, welcome in. And, if you want to draw for a little bit, feel free to do so. Right? Also, it seemed to snapshot the location instead of keeping it updated. Yes, it did. Well, let's see what our little message here will say, right? So let's open up the output. Let's start it up again. Someone put a cigar in the kangaroo's mouth. Excellent. Kangaroo man mouth. Yeah. You get done when 8-bits no think. Yeah. I mean, you know, you got to think sometimes. You are smart. That's why you're here. Oh, that was a request, not a fact. Oh, okay. Well, go on there and put a cigar in the kangaroo man's mouth. All right, we got 12 left, 9, 8, 7, 6, and we got 3. 1, 2, 3. It did not do anything this time. Oh, because it stopped on the debug message. Why? Why is my debug message wrong? What am I missing? Oh, wait. 1, 2, nope, 3, 4. Show debug message distance. Did I spell it right? Yeah. Space plus string of dist. So but we don't have distance. We just have like dir. What type of text message am I getting at whatever time it is? Oh, it's the game store. They're like, we're doing an event today. I'm like, no, we're not. Let's stop this. Am I just not seeing what I'm doing wrong? Right? Error player doesn't exist. Also, ads are going to go off in about a minute. I am going to take a be right back during that one. All right, where do I have... No, see, that looks right. Level up now string. So we have a string plus string with this. So I don't understand. Maybe it doesn't see this. Maybe I got to put this lower because it's not created yet, right? Maybe that's the problem. That might be the problem, right? So let's put it here. And let's rerun it. And I heard that. It reverbed. I heard something say round one. That was in the song. That was funny. The music that's playing, something said round one right as this was starting. I was like, that sounds kind of cool. There we go. All right. They're all collecting again. But they did not get collected. They are snapshotting it. They are. So it sees it here. It tries to go to it. Oh, I wonder if they can't get to it. I just realized that. Like, they can't get to it. I think that's part of the problem. So, System Game Manager, where we're drawing this. We're drawing this right here. There are the ads. I am going to take a quick break. I will see everybody shortly. Grab some water, get up and do what you need to, and I will be back. Yeah. Hang tight. All right. I'm back. It's sad, chat. We're starting to run out of coffee. I'm on like the last half of my cup, right? That's the sad part of today. I'm gonna run out of coffee here. Yep. That is it. It's a sad day. All right. So we need to. The issue I think that we are having is because the game has a barrier around the edge, the objects are not going through that barrier. That includes the object of the essence, right? The essence stone. So what we need to do is we're going to move the actual counter over more. So we got to go to our padding here, and we're going to set it to like 25. Let's start with that. That'll adjust the padding on it, which is a padding from the side. And let's see if that fixes some of that. You can try if that's the only problem by ending the game in the bottom right. Oh, I see. Yeah, we could try. All right, here we go. Oh, one left. All right, so they're going up. They're still not quite there. But it's getting it, or it's getting close, right? But we should be now close enough if we're within 50 pixels of it. I had already started before you were before I was reading chat. So I ended on the left side again. Oh, you mean my character being like the player being on the left side again? All right, let's start it again, and I will end over on the right hand side. Let me get caught up. Gibbon, you finally decided not to enter your game in the jam. You came up with another concept you may do, but most likely would just leave the jam. Why? You just like to work on your ideas. Maybe jams are not for you. All right, my question for you is, let's get over on the right hand side here. So Gibbon, is it because you're worried about using like AI on a game design document? Not for your code or any of that stuff, right? But for your game design document to help you with like the grammar and weasel words and the flow of your thought process with it. Is it because of that stuff? Because there's lots of game jams that don't require that. You don't need a game design doc for most design or most game jams. It's just with Pirates game jams. No, it's just got you kind of lost interest. It's not a problem. I mean, it's 2 weeks, right? Yeah, a 2 week game jam is a long game jam. I tend to only do 48-hour game jams, so I spend like a weekend working on it, couple of days, and then I'm done with it. Just like here on this hot air balloon one, which is this, right? It is a 40. This was a 3-day game jam, 4-day one. Not very long. I know I have it in here somewhere. Yeah, so over 3 days, right? And that's it. I like shorter game jams. I don't really want to do long ones, right? And the only reason to do a game jam is usually just to have some fun. But if you're in the middle of trying to do stuff or trying to learn something and you don't want to break that chain of thought and process, a game jam is probably not the best thing to do at the time, right? Been chilling. Welcome in. How's it going? But yeah, like a I don't know, game jams serve a purpose and they are good at times, right? But you don't always have to worry about it. If you just want to worry about like work on your stuff, you know, that's good. Just do that. Let me get caught up on a couple other things. Okay, so we did try it on the right hand side. We can try on the bottom right. So let me start that again. Let me start it again, and we'll try on the bottom right. All right. Yeah, it was on the map. So let's try it again. And we'll be on the bottom right this time. It doesn't look like they're connecting. And it just might be because it's on different layers, and maybe that's the problem. And been chilling? You chilling? Excellent. I'm always chilling, right? We're just hanging out. We're sitting here. Chat's been drawing in the whiteboard, which is the link on the top there. You can come down, draw. Where's the whiteboard? Draw stuff, whatever you want. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. And it's just something fun to do. But I use the whiteboard for flushing out plans on what to do for the game, right? But currently chat's drawing on it, so. The green main collider was on the map, yes. And the stuff didn't despawn, correct. So the map being too small isn't necessarily an issue, correct. I think it's a layer issue, right? But we're going to start it again. And we're going to end on this far, far right side again. But we'll do the bottom corner. Come on, your last couple objects. 2 left. So it is going to it. It's slightly off from there, but it's not touching it. And I think that is just our layer issue. But I'm glad we got the magnetic side of it working, right? Gibbon, it is kind of like streaming. You thought about doing it, but you really just like to work on your stuff. You don't really know if you want to do extra work to stream too. I get it, right? It's kind of like most of the time my stream is us chilling, hanging out, talking about this and coming up with ideas and concepts. I do most of my game design work generally off the stream, right? I mean, like this morning, we're probably only going to be, you know, another, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. Stream for about 3.5 hours, 3 to 4 hours, somewhere in there, most days on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Take a break, and then I come back and I work on it. And that's when you can focus and get most of it done, is after stream, right? Stream is just for everybody to know what you're working on, so they start paying attention to your stuff, seeing things, helping with input. I love chat having input into the game. That's what these projects are for. That's why I do like 3-month projects, because it's fun to try to design games with everybody. But streaming stuff too with it. So I know a lot of people that can't do both. And it's whatever works for you is what it needs to be. That's all. All right, hold on. In Game Manager, we updated our padding up here, right? Did we update the padding in our step event. Does anybody remember? Did we do that in the system game event? I know I did the padding here. Oh, right here. I need it to match. I should probably not have this as two separate variables. I should probably just make one regular variable, not a local variable. That's what the little thing in front of this is. It's a local variable, right? But for right now, that'll be all right. Let's restart it and see if this padding difference changes it. And maybe it'll overlap better. Yeah, Remy, I'll show you here in a minute. Gibbon, unless you have the link for it, go ahead and post it. If not, I'll post it here in a minute, or I'll show it. All right, so that's not helping at all. Well, and it takes it away. So it's acting like it's destroying, but not destroying. Interesting stuff. All right. We have, did I get rid of it? So it's on itch, right? So we got to go to itch. Let's go to game jams. These are all the game jams that are currently going on. We're going to look for Pirate Software. It just started. So I think his was down here somewhere. Pirate Software. Game Jam 18. This is it. It just started like 2 days ago. So you are now 12 days in. Or you have 12 days until it's due. 12 days, 20 hours, and 41 minutes. But his game jams have some stipulations, so rules, right? You got to make sure it follows the rules, and the important part of his game jams is having a game design document, right? Right here. This is, it's 2 weeks. You're not supposed to have like a polished game. It's supposed to be a prototype. It needs to be working. Right here, right? Prototype. So very limited working copy of your game. If it doesn't run though, it won't win. So you have to have it running. Your prototype must run in the browser on itch. Yeah. And these are all the voting, like the criteria that they go through when they review your game. So far, there's 883 people that have joined, but only one entry so far. And yeah, it can be kind of on anything. It doesn't have to be in GameMaker or whatever. It just has to be on itch, right? So they do have Pirates is pretty good because they always include prizes and some pretty good stuff to it, right? Yeah. It gets you a lot of attention when you do it. When you are on these things. So what is happening more today? I believe Jeepin is streaming. I think she is. I'm pretty sure Jeepin is streaming today. I don't know what time. So I don't know if she's in here or not still. But she is the game streamer out of the two of us. So she'll be streaming a game at some point today. And probably around 12:30 Mountain Time, which is in 2 hours. Almost just over 2 hours, right? Since you're here, do you know what you're streaming today? Guild Wars 2. Excellent. So yeah, if you like MMO stuff, games, you just want to hang out and check out Jeep and Annie's stream, go there, right? So, I don't know. We got a little bit left. I'm not sure where this is not connecting with it, right? It's supposed to connect to it. It should be seeing it, but it's not. I think we lower this so it's down to almost 0 padding. Let's make it like 5 padding. But it's still not connecting. It's still on the wrong layer, I think, is the problem. Maybe what I need to do is when the enemies create instance depth, maybe I need to do it on create instance layer. Oh, well, let's just try it. So instance create layer, right? X, Y. Our layer ID is going to be GUI. And then this is object essence stone. What is our layer? Do we have a GUI layer? We don't. So we're going to make one. At the very top, we'll call it GUI. Let's see if that helps. Right? Where did I just put that? Where was I? Oh, in parent enemy. All right, so we coded it out. Let's rewrite this GUI. It needs to be in a string. That's my problem. There. All right, let's try it like that. See if it works. Gem on. There we are. All right. It's 12:24 homeless. Yeah, I know. All right. That didn't help it, right? Well, I'm a little lost at it. I think what's going to happen is I need a break. Get something to eat because I haven't had anything yet. And then we'll come back to it. Homeless. GP has 6 minutes to get going. I know. It's really like 2 hours. Time dilation. That's what we got. We got time dilation, right? So, let's see who is on this morning. This time, we will not make the mistake of raiding into somebody that is showing a VOD. All right. Do we want a gamer or somebody doing game dev this morning? How do we feel? You know what? Let's go visit a game dev. We haven't been in the visit. Let me check. He's live. He's working on his game. And it's a cool game, right? So we're going to visit Flames. And we'll get that started. I'm going to take a break, and then I'll come back and sit and work on some stuff. I may be hanging out in Discord until Jeepin goes live. So anybody is welcome to join the Discord, and I'll be sitting there working on some stuff, right? At least until she goes live. But I will be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. So same digital time, same digital space. And we'll continue working on whatever I finished up today. So I appreciate everyone for being here. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for all these fun drawings on the whiteboard. We'll have a new whiteboard for tomorrow. And it'll be a good time, right? But let's go say hi to Flames. And I will talk to you all later. Bye now.